And so they approached me and said, we think you might be a good fit for this trainer for Tough Enough. And so the first season was Taz. The second season was Bob Holly. And so the third season was coming up, and they said, listen, we think you'd be the guy to enhance this thing. And as far as I know, it's part of my job. I work for WWF. Okay, yeah. Sure. Next thing I know, I'm in California for 3 months. We're doing TV, and everybody was super happy. And they said, can you be that guy all the time? And I was like, I am that guy. So they brought me back. I started this great debut. I think that led into my angle with Rikishi, and we were building for that, and it kept putting on hold and back and forth. Then that storyline just went away. And so, but the Tough Enoughs were still there, and I was doing, the guys who weren't doing the main shows were always working Heat and Velocity, and so I was still doing my thing, and I'm wrestling every night, and the live events, I was still busy, and now I'm shooting. Now I'm a reality TV star and all these other things. So, everything was working out. But that's how it came about, because I was always in the ring, and they went, well, let's see what you can do with other people, and worked out pretty good.
How are the contestants coming in? Because a lot of these guys were like I think a couple of them had a wrestling background from the indies, if I remember correctly, but majority of it were like completely new to the business, right?
Yeah, just completely got an opportunity. They sent in a tape. They were athletic in some way, shape, or form. What I liked about the original Tough Enough was we came in, the coaches, the trainers came in at the final 50. And then we got to whittle it down to the 25 or the 15. It wasn't already preconceived, okay, here's your 15 contestants. We got to work with them for a solid week and watch them fall out or, boot them out and stuff like that. So I loved how we did that. And then you start to see, okay, one, who's going to be great for TV, who has a, potential to be a future superstar, and who would just be good to have in that situation. So I loved the process early on, up until they did their last Tough Enough with just a couple years, which I thought was a travesty. So
yeah.
But I loved the process, and yeah, you had guys that were, had experience, and funny, the guys that had experience were the ones that were eliminated first, which was fascinating to me. But we kept trying to tell them this isn't about, just wrestling. This is about so much more. So I love the process. I thought it was great. I still say, let's do one more, but do it the way we used to do it.
But it's interesting you say like the guys that had experience in wrestling were eliminated, because I remember hearing Triple H do an interview, and the person was saying, what do you look for in a superstar? What do you look for in an athlete? Like, do they have to be a pro wrestler? Do they have to be like this good in the ring? And he's like, oh, no. The wrestling stuff, I can teach anybody how to get in the ring and have a decent match.
Yep.
But like, you've got to come here, and whether you've got to look, you've got a social media back following, you've got, you know what I mean? You're a hidden talent or something that we don't have. Then yeah, the wrestling stuff, yeah, you'll learn how to do all that, but you've got to come with something to the table.
Yeah, you have to have a certain skill set, a certain thing that separates you from everybody else that's in the room. And that's the thing. If you're a good coach or you're good at what you do, and I say it all the time, I say, I'll go get that lady from, who's pushing the shopping cart. Give me 2 hours with her and she'll be bumping and rolling like the rest of you. So what makes you special? What makes you, what's that thing? And that goes back to what Johnny did. Johnny goes, so what? You're big, you're muscular, you're, these things. What makes you think you can get in this business? And then give something to the business that, makes you stand out. And yeah, that's always been the thing is, you can teach anybody to roll and bump and,